Well, an embrace between Guardiola and Unai Emery. Two teams who are at the top of the La Liga tree. Two managers who have the utmost respect for each other, can always be said in La Liga. Guardiola saying Valencia, one of the teams of the league that always make life difficult for us. Unai Emery saying they had to play the perfect match. Barcelona are in good form. And if you don't play at your maximum, you decide which way to die. But Valencia have got off to a flyer this season. 3 games played, 3 games won. Barcelona, remember, did have a hiccup in their last away day against Real Sociedad, and also away from home against Real Madrid. They were also held to a 2-2 draw. You can't say season-defining at this stage of the season, Jerry, but this is a season-shaping game.
It certainly is. It's going to tell everybody what Valencia have and how good they are. We're going to find that out. We know how good Barcelona are on their day. They're the best. And they had a little bit of a mishap against Real Sociedad. 2-goal lead was blown. I think slight lack of concentration. I think they felt at half-time the game was over. But the thrashing of Osasuna, Rob, 8-0, that really nailed their colours straight away. And it's going to be interesting to see how Valencia attack them tonight.
I believe they are going to attack them effectively. Valencia playing with 4 strikers. Here's Mascherano, centre-back again tonight as Puyol is out. He's alongside Carlos Puyol. So Piqué is out, and he's alongside Carlos Puyol, who hasn't finished a game this season.
Yeah, they've been really careful because he's had a few problems over the last 6 months with an injury. Is he going to keep that in?
He has. He's got the cross in, and in the opening couple of minutes of this game, Valdez has been the busier of the 2 keepers.
Yeah, Jordi Alba, well done. But I feel that he has to be careful. Puyol, they're frightened that he'll damage it again and he'll end up back at square one. So little by little, poco a poco.
Mike was saying he thinks they're playing with 2 left-backs. I think, Jerry, that Valencia are playing with a front 4 tonight and attempting to pin Barcelona back from the start. Here is Banega. The man they want to unleash, of course, is Soldado, who has been the striker this season. 5 league goals already.
Well, I think you'll find Jordi Alba and Mathieu will change over. They'll swap. And one of them will push on and the other one will defend. And if it's Jordi Alba's forward and Mathieu's behind them, then they'll be fine like that. I think it's just a question of talking to each other. As David Albelda talks to Seydou Keita.
Albelda, the old man of the team, 34 years of age. The skipper when Valencia won the league last time in 2004. Unai Emery has turned this club around. Massive turnover of players. The last 2 seasons they finished in 3rd place, but some distance behind the top 2. 25 points off 2nd last year.
Yeah, but their housekeeping's been brilliant, Rob. They've paid off a lot of their debts, you know, and they've finished 3rd, and they've had good league campaigns, and you know, turnover of some good players who've moved on. And as I say, they still hasn't affected the way they performed. That's good housekeeping for me.
And it's a full house at the Mestalla tonight. Interestingly, David Villa is not selected for Barcelona from the start. Fabregas in the front 3, Keita in midfield.
It's a bit of luxury though, isn't it, for Pep Guardiola, that he doesn't have to select David Villa. You know, he's got great options. Even though Andres Iniesta's out injured, he has great options with Cesc, who can play up front. And that's Alba, who's playing at left back at the moment. But watch him interchange with Mathieu.
Well, he started as a winger, didn't he, Alba, and then has moved back throughout his career. Abidal selling Valdez a little short. Game with a lot of heart, a lot of passion, opening verve. There's a man on loan from Real Madrid, Sergio Canales. Wasn't seen much in Real Madrid colours last year.
Needs to play, Rob, doesn't he? A young man with a lot of talent, great left foot, who can open up any defence if he's given the opportunity, and needs experience, so he's on loan.
Valencia attempting to mirror Barcelona and play football from the back, which is Victor Ruiz. Not a good clearance from him, only as far as Xavi. It's 5 minutes gone and Lionel Messi hasn't had a touch of the ball yet. Now he has. Those luminous yellow boots lighting up the game. Referee saying no foul. It's Senor Velasco Caballo, the man in charge tonight. There's an athleticism these days about Valencia. I haven't done my sums before the game because we got the starting 11 very late. But in the squad of players, Valencia actually have a younger average than Barcelona. Just under 25 years of age, the average age of the Valencia star.
Yeah, well, if you throw Abidal and Puyol in at the back there's 33 and 31 years of age straight away. And Seydou Keita is another one in there in the middle of midfield who is wrong side of 30 also. So they would push the... Well, there's a 24-year-old. Look at him on the ball. What a
Lionel
pass.
Messi, fantastic pass for Pedro. The goalkeeper opts to stay on his line. Works out his angles well. Guaita. Pedro, the unsung hero, the man who scored in virtually every major competition. Selected tonight ahead of David Villa. Banega. Busquets. Fabregas. Jab. Too good to be true for Lionel Messi. It just crept, literally crept offside.
Just he knows he was gone maybe a second too early. Have a look. There it is, half a yard. Found a bit of space. If he'd have just bent his run a little bit square, would have been onside.
Matthew makes the run. Puyol has a couple of yards on him. There's such an understanding between the veteran central defender and Valdez. Played together for so many years now. At the top of the table, Valencia top on 9 points. Real Betis play on Thursday night. Also on 9 points. Sevilla played on Tuesday. They were held to a 0-0 draw with Osasuna. If Sevilla win tonight, if Valencia win tonight, they go on to 12 points. Barcelona would remain on 7. They'd have a 5-point lead if they could beat Barcelona. Pedro's step over. Not a bad cross at all, but another confidence-building clutch from Guaita.
Good goalkeeper Guaita, and not sure, I don't think he's sure of his first choice. Diego Alves was signed in the summer, and it's going to be an interesting one. I think he deserves a chance, Guaita, with his performances, as Mathieu knocks one into space, long way into space, and he was never going to catch that.
Good point you made about Valencia, the freshness of the squad. They actually shipped out 11 players in the summer. Hasn't necessarily weakened them. Some of the old guard has gone. Joaquin to Malaga for just over €4 million, of course. Mata finally signing for Chelsea for around €26 million. But they brought 9 players in. There's a youthfulness about the side. Rami and Ruiz, the new central defensive part, pairing. There is one of them. Ruiz intercepting, returning to Spanish football after a very short spell at Napoli. Alongside him now the Rami, part of the successful Lille double-winning side last year. This is him, the number 4 on the ball. Miguel has controls. Unai Emery kicks every ball, makes every tackle, disputes every decision.
Oh, he's a live wire on the bench. Well, he's never on the bench. He's in his area, and he jumps up and down like a clockwork toy. He's very excited. He's got great passion, loves to watch Valencia play, and he gets involved. Poor control.
Yes, Keita. Quite often you get a little upset when it comes to midweek matches in Spain. It's not natural, they don't like playing them. So maybe saw from Real Madrid earlier in the evening when they were held to a scoreless draw. Free kick, Valencia, Jordi Alba. alleged to have been clipped by Busquets, who has previous.
Yeah, maybe a wee bit unfortunate though. I thought it was a 50-50 and maybe the studs were high, that's why he gave it. But he seemed to have won the ball fairly cleanly. Valencia won't complain though, that's a good position. There's the man to mark though, Soldado. A player in very, very good form. 17 goals, Rob, in his last 13 games.
5 in 4 this season. The height advantage for Valencia here. But all bases are covered now. There's a claim that there's a little nudge in the back there from Abidal. Rami, the player who went down, claiming he was the crushed meat in the sandwich.
Well, let's have a look at it again. Rami in at the far post. Well, Abidal, what he just does is he just turns his shoulder into him and leans on him slightly. It wasn't that deliberate, but it showed a lot of experience from the French international.
It's gone.
It's flown in as well, hasn't it?
A lot of people say it's a two-club league. Well, it's not developing that way this season. From what may, Barca will remain ahead of Real Madrid tonight. Real got only a point there. Barcelona on 7 points, but Barca had that massive win at the weekend, 8-0, beating Osasuna. Good ball to Matthew. Soldado making ground in the centre! And everything he touches turns to goals. But it's Matthew who's going to take all of the credit for that one. He punched a massive hole in the Barcelona backline. And this season really is shaping up. The flukiest goal he's going to score this season, but maybe the most significant goal he's going to score this season.
Well, was there a touch from someone else? I'm wondering, defenders running back, did somebody change the direction of the flight of the ball? Because there was a look of disdain on the face of Victor Valdés. Great play here from Mathieu, free on the left side. He sticks it in the danger area. Well, there's the touch. It came off Abidal. I think Abidal touched the ball with his toe, which hit the side of the goalkeeper there. It's an own goal.
Definite own goal from Eric Abidal.
Keeper had it, and it's an own goal. Valencia don't mind about that, Rob. They're 1-0 up.
Well, who'd have thought it? We did flag up the fact, Jared, that Barcelona are a little sluggish at the back without Piqué. Puyol, who's had a horrific 6 months or so with injury.
Yep, can't be 100% fit, can he, Rob? Not after being out for such a long time.
Abidal, of course, had a terrible illness last year, making a fantastic comeback. And Mascherano, the midfielder, playing at centre-back. Xavi to Pedro. Little touch from Fabregas. Lionel Messi. Wonderful ball from Messi. Pedro! They're back in it. Didn't take long, did it? What a wonderful game this is.
What a fabulous goal that was, Rob. What a great team goal. Cesc, delicate little flick to Messi. Goes for the return. Pedro continues. He was the one started to move off, and he continued between the four of them. Fantastic goal, have to say. Well, this is the end product. That's the pass from Messi, but there's great build-up before that. Beats him at the near post. White will be disappointed. He's beaten at the near post. Well, it's a magnificent goal and a wonderful equaliser. How long were they in front? A minute and a half. Not too long.
I'll never question the wisdom of Pep Guardiola. Some people don't believe that Pedro is a Barcelona quality player. A few eyebrows were raised tonight when, on the return to the Mestalla, David Villa's name was not on the team sheet, and Pedro's was. Pedro's first proper chance at goal. Bang, 1-1.
I think last year he gave you 22, 23 reasons why he should be in the team. That's the amount of goals he scored. As a wide player, and his assists are fantastic as well now. Is it a clash of heads? If the referee's totally happy with that.
It's
Rami
receives a yellow card. I think the referee thinking that going down, clutching his face is an attempt to keep out of his little black book.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
It was a race foot, wasn't it, from Rami catching Fabregas in the rib cage.
That's dangerous. His knee comes straight into his face as well, Rob. Very dangerous tackle from Rami.
The apology offered and accepted. To be fair to Rami, I think he
won the
pulled
ball.
his foot out of the challenge as well, didn't he?
It's a follow-through. He tried to prevent it, but it was dangerous play. And it's Soldado being booked as well.
All very highly charged.
What a good start to the game. 2 excellent goals.
Minute and 49 seconds between the 2 goals, Jerry.
I guessed around a minute and a half, Rob, but I'll take your word for it.
Abidal called in possession yet again. Canales looking for the run of Soldado. That's checked, so he brings Jordi Alba into the game. Fine tackle from Dani Alves. Pedro.
Look at Pedro after he's lost the ball, how hard he works to try and win it back and squeeze and put pressure on Valencia players. It's taken them a little bit of a time to get going, but Barcelona just starting to squeeze and put pressure.
Picked up by Fabregas. Waits for Messi to check himself onside. Now he's onside. Now he's menacing the defenders, and there's a little stabbing in there from Rami. The referee's given a goal kick.
He's got that one wrong, the referee. I'll tell you that now, Rob. I don't even need to see the replay.
Well, it was a decision. Had he given the free kick, he may have had to book him. Had he booked him, then he was off.
Exactly, Rami knows. Look,
and I'll tell you what, it was in the area as well.
It's a penalty kick. That's a penalty kick. There it is. Messi's brilliant. He's sucked him in, he's flicked it past him, jumped over, and he caught him. And that's definitely a penalty kick, and it should have been another yellow card and a sending off. The referee's taking the easy way out, I think. Don't think Pep Guardiola will be too happy.
Well, it's a big game where the referee has to make significant decisions, and that was a significant decision which, I was going to say upon reflection, he didn't even need the reflection of the replay to say he got wrong.
He did. Well, they don't get it right all the time. They can't. They're human beings. And have a look. That's definitely a penalty kick. He goes with his wrong leg for a start. Rami goes in with his left leg.
And the body language of Rami, the way he pulled his hands out of it, knew he'd done something wrong.
Yeah.
An escape for Valencia.
What's going to happen the next time he gets one-on-one with Messi?
I don't think Messi will get that kind of freedom again. There's Banega to Matthew. Another Valencia onslaught. Matthew's cross. Palace Pior. That road D, I think that was. The old warrior. Carlos Pior, 33 years of age.
He's different class, isn't he? But he has to get match fit, Rob, after being out for such a long time. But, well, Barcelona through and through. Good run.
Great run, and Pior's reading of the game prevents any further advancement, but it's a corner Valencia.
Well, 1 minute it's Jordi Alba, the next minute it's Mathieu. They both like to rate down this left flank. That's where the goal came from.
Matthew had been marked by Mascherano. It's about a 6-inch height difference between the two. Rami in as well. Near post is Fabregas with a good header away. Canales cross. Abidal. Keita. Maybe the surprise inclusion in the Barcelona team. Not always first choice, but actually played more games in La Liga than any other outfield player last season.
He's very consistent, very underrated, very consistent, does a great job for the team.
Here's Dani Alves. Jordi Alba gives it away to Alves. Xavi. Messi, great control. Not a bad shot in the circumstances either.
You know, he's going to create this sort of aura around him where he goes to control the ball. People will be not too quick to close him down and jump in because he goes past him so fast. But he still gets the shot off.
What a great ball that was for Pedro.
Superb build-up, wasn't it? You know, a chance to look at different formation for Pep Guardiola, but it's the same formation as far as he's concerned. Pedro, Messi, Cesc will all interchange. If he needs to, he can bring David Villa on and he'll do exactly the same. It's just a question of covering for Andres Iniesta while he's out injured.
Iniesta out. PK could be back at the weekend. Alexis, of course, is out for up to 6 weeks.
Which was a shame after his move from Napoli.
Abidal. Messi. Poor pass from Messi. Don't get a chance to say that very often. Banega. They all stand strong. Busquets dropping back and almost at the moment playing as an extra central defender, preventing the ball reaching Soldado.
Yeah, he's the anchor man in midfield. He sits in front of the two, and you can see as he goes to play the ball, Soldado tries to pick his pocket, gives away the free kick. But they're pressing pretty well now. Valencia, they're playing Barcelona at their own game, forcing them to make mistakes in their own half, their own defensive third.
Massive games of Barcelona back-to-back. Atletico at the weekend. Valencia at the Mestalla tonight. Big chase here, but Pedro can't keep it in play.
Yeah, it's quick, but not that quick.
Two coaches down on the touchline, tinkering with their teams, constantly changing tactics. Keita. Squeezed to Fabregas. Messi in a sense that he should have gone a little earlier.
The idea was good.
Look at the shirt of Cesc Fabregas, absolutely soaking in sweat. It's a pleasant evening in Valencia, about 26 degrees at kick-off time.
Well, he's having a ball, isn't he, Cesc? He's settled down so quickly. I'm really surprised the understanding he has with a lot of the players. Here's Mathieu.
Mathieu with the early cross. Soldado, there's a chance for a second! Tremendously taken by Pablo Hernandez. 2-1 Valencia, almost a carbon copy of the first goal.
Yeah. Ravaging, breaking down the left-hand side. They get the cross in once again. Abidal's had to come in as cover. I have to ask the question, where was Mascherano? And where was Carlos Puyol? Pablo's not going to complain. Have a look. Puyol's out there, Mascherano's out there. Where's the fullback then? If Dani Alves is gone, Mascherano's had to go. He doesn't make it. Puyol's in no man's land for me. He's caught out. Fabulous finish. Great ball from Mathieu. Superb finish. 2-1 Valencia.
Valdez left unprotected by this rather leaden-legged Barcelona defence. Abidal and Puyol tonight, dare I say, beginning to look their age. Mascherano, now Valencia on to something here. They're offering Rafa Benitez a return to the club for the game tonight. They're going to come back. Just remember, between the last two goals is a minute and 49 seconds. Valencia will be aware of that. And the one thing that Unai Emery will be saying down on the touchline is, let's keep things tight for the next couple of minutes.
Well, Barcelona play at their own game. They'll try and outscore them. But credit to Unai Emery and the Valencia side. 3 or 4 times they've raided down the left-hand side, the left-hand flank, and they've had 2 goals as a result of it, and caused a lot of problems for them. But should he have been sent off? Should he have had a penalty kick given against him? That's the big talking point, Mike. If you asked Robbie, he would agree.
That header by Priol. Soldado, offside.
Tight, but just off. Look, a foot ahead of the last defender.
So of course they won the league 2002, 2004 Valencia in the Rafa Benitez days. Breaking the stranglehold of Barcelona and Real Madrid on the La Liga title.
Is he bringing them luck tonight?
I was going to say he's back in the
He is,
stadium
he's here tonight.
They gave him, was it a golden diamond
Insignia,
before the game. It's, banners welcoming Rafa back for the first time since his parting of ways with the club. Ball. 2-on-2 in the centre again, and Keita had to come back and show his strength in a tricky situation, getting that head just ahead of Canales. What a great tackle that was from Albelda. Who's governing the midfield? Banega, Jordi Alba. Well, what a revitalised Valencia team this is. They're bossing the game, they're dictating the pace, they're taunting the champions at the moment. A bullfight, they're getting the allays. Well, they haven't beaten Barcelona in such a long time. The last was February 2007. Barca haven't lost in the last 8 against Valencia, and 6 of those drawn 2.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola's never lost a game against them.
It was a similar situation when they met last year. It was match day 7. Valencia then were also top of the table. To the Camp Nou that time, lost 2-1. After that, Barcelona steamrolling everybody, and of course, won the title with a couple of laps to spare.
You have to think David Villa on the bench as an ex-Valencia player has a big part to play in this game tonight. Methinks, Rob.
I expect him to be an impact sub. We haven't been told of any injury to David Beer, but Guardiola maybe feels that they'll just bring him on when needed, fresh legs. It's a great ball to Alves. And Matthews everywhere.
I told you, he and
on the
Jordi
left
Alba,
wing, the next is
haven't
left
they got
fullback.
it off to a T in tandem, the two of them? One goes forward, the other one comes back and covers. If Jordi Alba goes forward, Mathieu goes back in. The big long legs, stretched out, conceded the corner kick, but it was better than the ball that was going to be driven into the box. Xavi Hernandez wants to get the ball in that corner position.
Xavi looking for Alves on the edge of the area. Alves gets a second chance, right across. Oh, I think it would have been offside anyway.
Yeah, it was Pedro again, but not really dealt with too well. I think Valencia could have done better on that.
The thing is, yeah, I think if Alves' shot had been on target here, the goal would have counted, but
oh yes,
it was such a bad shot. Well, the most gripping game of the season we've seen so far.
28 minutes, you have to say Valencia have certainly matched, if not surpassed, Barcelona.
Canales. He clipped by Mascherano. He's determined to get the cross in and happy down in almost the same blade of grass, scored the own goal from there in the 13th minute. Heart in mouth moment for the great Frenchman. Keita. Xavi missing his pal in midfield. Iniesta, great ball there from Messi. Back pass, Keita. Uncertain whether he can pick it up or not. Gets the nod from the referee. holds 55,000 inside the stadium tonight. It's not a stadium that holds fond memories for Barcelona. They lost the final of the Spanish FA Cup here last year. Now they're going for a third Valencia. Banega toe-to-toe with his Argentinian international teammate Mascherano. Fabregas. Great feat from the former Arsenal man. And an excellent tackle. Yet again from David Albelda. We were concerned last year, Jerry, that it may have been his last season in Valencia colours, but he's come back for a 16th season.
Certainly proven his worth. Anchorman in midfield. So passionate, just like that man, Carlos Puyol. Another one with lots of passion and great desire to win for his club.
Puyol and Albelda, by the way, both making their 350th league appearance for their respective clubs tonight. Diving in. No chance for any player to stand and posture on the ball tonight.
Working hard at closing down Arthur Canale's clever skill here to get Alba through. Jordi Alba.
Mascherano with a throw. I'm not sure about the wisdom of your central defender taking the throw. At this stage in the game, Jerry, we've got a Champions League match. They throw up the statistics of possession and passes completed. Normally it's so dominant of Barcelona, but tonight,
not
quite the opposite.
No, not tonight. Well, after the performances of Levante and obviously Racing Santander, and you see what Real Sociedad have done to Barcelona, now Valencia, after 30 minutes on top against Barcelona. Is the stranglehold going to be broken this season, Rob? That's the question.
This is a resurgent Valencia. Goes to the read, but the referee letting that go as well. There's Pedro. Xavi. Fabregas to Messi. Keita. Pedro. Barcelona not really making any ground, and then they hit the wall of white. Banega breaks. Matthew. Puyol. I think he went down partly because he was fouled and partly through exhaustion.
Well, his interception at first wasn't great. He's only got a half a touch on the ball. Because of that, it allowed Mathieu to get in. Now, what happens here? Nobody touches it. Well, is it a hand, is it they're suggesting? Maybe trying to be a little bit too clever, Soldado, on that occasion.
Fabregas to Xavi. Can't stand on the ball, look around, they're closing him down. That's good on. Xavi. Abida. Keita. Teases it into the path of Pedro. Guaita comes, is a little late. Picks her eventually.
Better late than never, as they say.
He has competition for the goalkeeping place this year in the shape of Brazilian Diego Alves, who cost $3 million from Almeria, and they expected him to be the first choice starter, but Guaita, a local boy, has had an excellent start to the season. Back-to-back clean sheets in La Liga, and also one in the Champions League against the Belgian Skenk. Xavi. Busquets. Lack of movement from Barca. Alves. Mascherano to Puyol. a sign, isn't it, when Barcelona had to go 20 yards back into their own half to start building again. And then lose it from Pedro.
What a great tackle from Albelda, Rob.
It's like he's somehow lost 10 years, Jerry, isn't he? Looks like a 26-year-old all over again.
Great enthusiasm, isn't he? There he is again. Captain Courageous. He's the Jamie Carragher of Valencia. What a fabulous touch from Xavi Hernandez.
10 minutes remaining in the first half. Valencia leading Barcelona by 2 goals to 1. An own goal from Abidal. And Pedro equalised within 2 minutes. Pablo Hernandez with a second goal for Valencia. What a mileage left in this game. Alves tiptoes along the touchline. The referee has got one penalty decision possibly wrong. See what Mark Hughes and Scott had to say about that at half-time. But apart from that, he's had an excellent game. He's let the play flow. Had a few tackles go as well. And he's benefiting from it. This is Soldado. Blocked by Puyol. Hopeful cry of handball from the home supporters. That was a push from Puyol, and the referee couldn't have been closer. Well, he's given Soldado the yellow card.
Well, I think he blocked his jump. I think he blocked him trying to jump. But was he not booked earlier? I don't think it was. He's not happy, Roberto Soldado. The referee was right on the spot. What did he see that we didn't see? Let's have a look, see. Oh, he's made a meal of it, that's what it is. He's backed into him a wee bit and made a meal of it. This is a super piece of play though on the counter-attack. Hit him on the thigh.
I tell you what, I think there was a case to be answered. It may not have been intentional, and it may have been ball to hand, but I think that's what Soldado is still rather spiteful about.
But Rob, on the counter-attack, they look fantastic. They're stifling Barcelona in the opposite end. They're denying them space, they're making them make mistakes, and then on the counter-attack they look really threatening, especially down this left-hand side.
Fabregas brilliantly rides the challenge. Pedro. No ground is made. It's Banega knocking the ball out of play to allow David Albelda to receive some treatment on this near side of the field.
Well, I think he's landed heavily after trying to win the ball with Cesc Fabregas in the air. There he goes. He's gone in with a lot of commitment. He lands heavily on his back. And this is one outside of the right foot. Does it hit him on the hand? It hits him on the thigh. And I think that's pretty straightforward. It hits him on the thigh. Soldado can claim for the penalty kick. The referee was in a good position. And he saw it pretty clearly. I hope David Albelda's okay.
Just a bit of breathing space.
He's thoroughly enjoyed it. I know he's as nervous as a kitten, but you know, he must be well pleased with his side's performance in the first 38 minutes of this half.
Unai Emery asked his players for the perfect performance, and he's just about got it so far.
Yeah. Work ethic's brilliant, and on the counter-attack we know how good they are. They've got pace, they've got skill and technique, but down the left-hand side, this little tandem with Mathieu and Jordi Alba has worked a treat, and they've put in 3 or 4 telling crosses from the left side that's resulted in 2 goals.
Canales. Albelda would like to come back onto the field of play. The referee just making him wait a second or two. Xavi. Mascherano. To his right is Dani Alves. Keita. waits for the right move, doesn't get it. And then missing some of the movement, Jerry, and when Xavi gets the ball, normally now within 10 yards of him is Iniesta. But Iniesta's not playing tonight. When Messi gets the ball, normally David Villa's making a move. They've had to readjust, and it's certainly affected their performance. Alves.
Oh, great anticipation. Well, I tell you what, their anticipation is good. They're closing down. They're working really, really hard, denying space to Barcelona up front. They have stifled them really well in this first 40 minutes, I have to say. Superb.
Soldado by Busquets, who's having to offer a little more protection for his captain, Puyol. Matthew rides the challenge brilliant and has space, and he has three darting into the penalty area. If for the third time he can make the right pass, and he can! And nobody can believe that Soldado missed from there. There's a Spanish striker somewhere in London, and we'll have a bit of sympathy with him there.
Unbelievable. I'll tell you what, Roberto Soldado, I'd expect him to tap that in. What a brilliant cross from Mathieu once again. 6-yard box. There's a touch from the goalkeeper. Maybe that put him off slightly, but he should have scored. It's just a tap in. Mathieu can't believe it. Roberto Soldado can't believe it. But where is Dani Alves at right back? Some might say playing right side at midfield, pushing on. Is he pushing on too much? Is Mascherano having to come across and cover for him too much?
That was some miss. That was breathtaking, wasn't it? What can Guardiola do? Clearly there's a flaw in the Barcelona makeup on the right side of defence. 2 goals and one very, very scoreable chance have come from the same Valencia move, the same player. Banega, and up and under. Under's Puyol.
What a game David Orbelda's is having, Rob. He is making such a big contribution. His anticipation, his tackles, he's won in the middle of the park, breaking down loads of Barcelona attacks.
I'm just thinking there, Jerry, about this Valencia team. They may have lost Juan Mata to Chelsea. They got 34 million euros. They're not notably weak because they brought in Canales.
Yeah.
Okay, they've had to pay 2 million for the season, but that's 32 million euros profit.
Good deal. Excellent deal. And they've got Banega, who's very creative as well. Ever Banega in the middle of the park, the little Argentinian.
And Hernandez, whose goal is the difference between the sides, who is a fully fledged Spanish international. Busquets. Abidal. Miguel flies in. It's a great balance that Valencia have, the likes of Albelda and Miguel. The experience, the wise old heads in the team who will fire the players up when needed and then calm them down at other times.
Yep.
Soldado at the peak of his powers.
See, for me, what they have to avoid is allowing one of the defenders to be one-on-one with Messi. They have to keep giving double cover because they will press like that, and they force them to put the ball out. They'll squeeze, Barcelona will squeeze and press, put you under pressure and hope that you make a mistake. And that's what's happened at the other end.
Messi threads it brilliantly through to Fabregas, but mopping up his Albelda. He's fighting his own man Jordi Alba to get to the ball.
Brilliant. I tell you, he sees the run coming deep from Cesc Fabregas. He's the one that went with him. He's the one that picked his pocket. He's done it so well in this first half.
Well, this is quite a fearsome place to come to, as Chelsea will find out in the next round of Champions League matches. The Mestalla, proper football ground. They will move out of here soon to the new Mestalla, which is partly built. They've run out of money. But until then, it's still the 5th largest football stadium in Spain.
Yeah, I'm told it could be 3 or 4 years, Rob, before they have sufficient funds to finish the project.
massive white elephant sitting in the middle of the city. But this is the scene of many a glorious night for Valencia, and this could be a famous one as well. Long way to go yet, but the final seconds trickling away in the first half, and they certainly have the better of Barcelona.
Yeah, I think Valencia got to take a lot of credit. They're making a lot of these Barcelona players look very ordinary. If you keep working and pressing and putting them under pressure, work their first touch, you see what happens. As it stands, it's 4 wins out of 4. It continues like this for Valencia. And
it's not been too preemptive yet. There's Messi. Keita. Abidal back to Keita. It's almost like they've got a 12th man down there with Unai Emery, arms flailing. Rami, poor clearance. Xavi. Messi rise the challenge. Xavi to Fabregas. One final flurry here from Barcelona. Dani Alves has defenders slipping and sliding. Could only find Xavi, but Jordi Alba and Pablo come back, steal the ball, and maybe the final chance of the first half will be Valencia's. No, well, it's been a breathtaking first half of football. 3 goals, Abidal own goal, Pedro equalising. Less than 2 minutes later, Pablo Hernandez once more picking up on a weakness after a brilliant surge down the left-hand side from Matthew. Barcelona may moan and groan about a penalty that wasn't given, but in truth, that 2-1 half-time scoreline is well-deserved.
Well, let's head back to the Mestalla for the second half. Jerry Armstrong and Rob Palmer.
Well, Valencia make a change for the second half. It must be enforced. David Albelda, the inspirational skipper, took a heavy landing after a challenge. I think it was with Cesc Fabregas, Jerry, wasn't it? And he's not returned for the second half. Tino Costa, the Argentinian, will replace him.
that is a blow for me. I think David Albelda's anticipation, his experience was so vital in the first half. Will it make a difference to Valencia's performance? And can Barcelona turn this 2-1 deficit from the first half to their advantage? That's good pressing.
Well, I'm just looking, Jerry, at how Barcelona line up from the kick-off for the second half. Because there's a theory out there that they're playing with a back three, but quite clearly as they lined up from the start, Dani Alves is playing right back. He's just not there very often.
Yeah, that's true. And they've exploited it to good effect. That was a superb piece of play.
Banega is taking the G off the top of the grass.
Tactically a very gifted player, Ever Banega.
Two grandmasters of chess, moving their pieces around the field. Pep Guardiola and Unai Emery. It is a back four, Jerry, isn't it? Or is it a back three that Barca are playing tonight? How do you...
Well, when they don't have possession, it's a back four. But I think Dani Alves loves to join in. He plays predominantly as a right midfield player. He pushes on all the time when he can. Look where he is now. You know, that's him. They haven't got the ball. As soon as they get the ball, he'll push on. But has he been given a word of caution at half-time?
He's gone AWOL on a couple of occasions. Lionel Messi, can he take a grasp of the game? Keita. Fabregas waits for movement, gets it from Xavi. Here is Alves, who's left the other three behind. Pedro. One-on-one with Jordi Alba. Dani Alves, lots of movement inside the penalty area. Balls kindly to Abidal, who's certainly not known for his goal-scoring exploits. Never scored a league goal for Barca.
No, he did. He scored, was it against Bilbao in the Copa del Rey? As we see David Villa warming up, he has to come on at some stage in the second half, doesn't he, Rob? Has a part to play in this match.
The Valencia legend left the club a couple of seasons back for 34 million euros, with many great memories and many great goals. It's just a question of when, Jerry, isn't it? Not if David Villa is introduced. Piol. To Alves. Mascherano. Keita. Well, either in the evening, Real Madrid had to settle for a scoreless draw against Racing Santander. Barcelona may dream of a draw. They're in Valencia tonight.
Yeah, it's a much more cautious approach this second half from Barcelona, though, Rob, I have to say.
Keita. Fabregas with a poor pass anticipated. Brilliantly by Alba. Canales with an early cross. Soldado lays it back to Banega. Never willing to shoot from distance.
And look at the speed they broke though on the counter-attack. One bad pass from Cesc was intercepted and they're flying forward. You know, Canales' early ball in caused the problem. Soldado tried to tee it up for the shot from Banega, which was off the target, but there's a lot to be admired about the way Valencia performed.
Coming back from an offside position then. Somebody needs to explain that too.
Thought he got a free kick, didn't he?
Costa has to play the role of David Albelda for the second half. Guaita. Very casual. Confident approach from Valencia. The assurance and crispness of her passing. Away goes Matthew. Created 2 goals, should have been the 3rd. The miss of the La Liga season at least from Soldado.
Well, at least Dani Alves is with them at the moment, Rob. I think he has had a bit of a flea in his ear about pushing on. And it's only certain times he'll be able to do that.
Tiago, creative players. Affalai, Adriano with a bit of pace. Pablo Hernandez taking on Abidal, comes to Soldado, who misses his 2nd glorious opportunity of the game.
Well, it's fantastic play from Valencia down the right-hand side. How can he get this cross in? He does. Arriving at the near post. Well, I think it comes to in a surprise to Soldado. He takes a swing and it was blocked, but that's a good opportunity.
Could well have been 4-1. Walker towards Soldado. Matthew. Soldado kicks thin air again. Barcelona just about hanging on in this game. Lionel Messi. Xavi. Barcelona quick in the pace. Busquets to Xavi. Messi takes control. Rise the challenges. Waits for movement. Doesn't necessarily get it. Pedro. Busquets. He was offside. Just wondering then, Jerry, the obvious pass was to the right-hand side.
Yeah, they didn't want to go.
Normally flying down the right, but he seemed to be in 2 minds.
Yeah, didn't want to go. It's so congested. Have a look at the many players there are in that small patch. Messi is definitely offside. You can see that.
Messi. Crowded out again. Here is Alves. Pedro. Xavi weaves his way around brilliantly to Pedro. Has to make this that far left-hand side, but it's back to Lionel Messi. Xavi again has a look, lofts it in, looking for Fabregas, whose legs seem to give way as soon as he crossed the white line.
Yeah, I think he knew he wasn't going to get on the end of it, and Miguel was there. It's not a penalty kick for me. But you made a point there about being crowded out, and that's what they've done. They have crowded them out. You know, that little short passing in the middle that they're so used to when Andres Iniesta's fit. But Cesk's in there, Xavi's in there, Pedro's in there, Messi's in there, and it's not happening for them.
Xavi. Alves.
Well, the weight of the pass could have been better. Jordi Alba's entitled to try and win it. Did enough to put Pedro off, and it's gone for a throw-in. So far, everything Valencia have done is working. Hold on, here's Canales in the channel.
Movement as well. And Banega. Alba and Magni on this left-hand side are all of the chances, indeed the 2 goals have come from. Alves, poor clearance from the Brazilian again. There's Dani Alves. He's such an accomplished player. So many honours and majors in his career, but maybe the first time his worth to this Barcelona team tonight has been questioned.
Well, I'm looking at Mathieu's position there, Robin. He's moving into the centre of midfield as an extra midfield player. He's letting Jordi Alba drop in and getting bodies behind the ball, frustrating Barcelona. They really are.
I don't know if you can see, Jerry, down below the next break of play, there will be an introduction for David Villa. Here's Xavi. Abidal tries to make a move down the left. Keita. So clever Valencia. When they defend, 11 players back behind the ball.
I think it'll be a positive move from Pep Guardiola. I think they'll look at maybe taking Keita off and bringing on David Villa and dropping Cesc back.
Pedro. Alves to Puyol. Xavi. Xavi threads it through. You could see the intention. Fabregas was the runner. Busquets. He's got many qualities, Busquets, but dribbling past defenders is not high on the list of those qualities. Lovely ball from Pablo Mendes to Eva Banega. Matthew making the run again. Once more he gets the cross in this, and Alves has learned his lesson.
And we're going to see the substitution now, Rob. You're right, David Villa stripped off, ready to come on. That's not a penalty kick for me. Miguel had the line. Now who's coming off?
We know who's coming on. Former hero, and it's Pedro, the Barcelona scorer, who's going to make way.
Adriano's stripped as well, Rob. He looks like he's set to come on.
What a wonderful reception for David Villa, man who scored 108 goals in 166 league appearances in his Valencia days. When he come back to haunt them. Jordi Alba, stopped by Xavi. Little touch from David Villa to Lionel Messi. It should bring a touch more fluidity to Barcelona's play. Jordi Alba. Also come on for Keita.
That's the move I thought they were going to make. Keita for David Villa. Adriano could play in the centre midfield. He's probably a more attack-minded player than Keita.
A bit fresher as well. Keita's played most of the games this season. Adriano's been on the fringes. Fabregas. transfers the pressure to Puyol. Abidal. Busquets. Mascherano to Adriano. Normally operates on the left. So he has to play on the right. He couldn't inside on that left foot. Lionel Messi. Gavin here to his left. Here offside.
No players caught offside more than David Villa in the league, Rob. Really should be looking along the line and knows he doesn't have to go. Messi has the ball and he's a foot offside.
Slight look at the stadium clock. Lionel Messi, the boss, has made the changes with less than a quarter of an hour gone. Normally it's around the hour mark, isn't it? The managers make the swaps, but Guardiola couldn't wait. Impatient. Two coming on. One is left up his sleeve. First things get really desperate. Credits to Valencia. Here's the man they brought on half-time. Tino Costa.
He's done okay, hasn't he, Rob?
Hasn't affected their shape or their rhythm, Jerry, hasn't
Yeah, they've done okay. They're playing with the same authority as they did in the first half. Canales on the ball. Good left foot. Keep possession, making Barcelona work hard. And playing their football as well. It's a good performance. There's a bad ball from Pablo Hernandez.
Valdez, he knew what was coming, had a busy opening minute and a half of this game. Busquets, Xavi. Maybe Barcelona are edging possession, but they've been pinned back.
It's a good pass. Lots of mistakes being made, and I think I should give credit to Valencia for forcing those errors. Well, are they going to make the third and final substitution, Ted? I was thinking about it. That's not a penalty kick. Doesn't matter what angle they look at it from. Well, he's got Thiago or he's got Afellay. It would be one of those two, I think, if he's going to make another change.
Excellent by Mascherano, no room for error. Gives it to Busquets. Sells Messi short. I tell you what, Valencia tonight doing a very good impression of Barcelona at their best.
Yeah.
And the fans are living.
Good game of football.
Quite often you see Pep Guardiola sit back, feels that he's set his team up for the game. They will just play to his instructions, but noticeably tonight he's been on that touchline constantly, altering things, moving his players around, trying to find a way past these two backs of four defenders for Valencia. Adriano, touchline to Abidal. Fabregas, Alves, a little bit Thiago who's going to come on, Jerry. Quite right. Worth the shot's a big dipper, going down on his knees and handing it everywhere. There's Guaita.
Yeah, David Villa knew what he wanted to do, and so did Guaita, unfortunately for him. But they're forcing them square. They're not allowing them to penetrate. That decisive final pass isn't happening for them. And maybe Thiago can do that, but who's he going to come on for? That's the interesting one. Wow, it's Carlos Puyol. That means Busquets is going to play at the back.
Well, quite a change for Barcelona. Puyol, well, it's the longest he's played this season. Before tonight, he'd done 53 minutes. He's lasted 62 and a half as he works his way back to fitness. Thiago, an attacking midfield player, recently made his debut for Spain against Italy. The son of the Brazilian World Cup winner, Mazinho, will come on. Barcelona playing virtually now without a recognised back four. I mean, Abidal is the left back. Mascherano doesn't play there. Dani Alves, but it's arguable whether he's playing right back or right wing for most of the game. It's a big gamble by Guardiola.
I have to say it is, and the fact that if they got any injuries now, they've used their three subs.
Messi. to Thiago. Thiago riding one time, it's easily stolen back by Miguel. Soldado. He's hoping to become the first ever Valencia player to score in the opening 4 La Liga games of the season. Good referee, could have been a free kick. Advantage given, and Banega didn't make what should have been
a better
defence-splitting pass.
I don't think Soldado's hurt here, Rob. I know he put his head down, but I don't think he's actually hurt.
He looks hurt.
No, a lot of them look hurt. I say that week in and week out. But he's put his head down to head a ball. There. And he's won the ball. That's not an injury. You know, his backside's caught the top of his head. I think he's made a meal out of that.
Well, he can't be hurt because the trainer hasn't been called for. Dani Alves is despairing. They leave. Soldado, they're offering him the chance to go off the field of play to receive some treatment if it's a true injury.
Well, you can see it there. Why is he holding the front of his face? That's what I'd like to know.
So that
he's
can't be
all right
offside.
now, all of a
Mascherano, yeah, sudden recovery. You know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
don't you? Your head does hurt a little more when you've missed 2 chances like he's missed in this game.
Well, they could get the next goal and go 3-1 up. Maybe they'll start to believe. Good pressing from Ever Banega. Not the best challenge though.
Busquets. Messi dropping deeper and deeper. Seeking the ball. Brilliant by Messi. Pass 1. Tries to throw it through to Adriano. This is Banega. Thiago. Wide he goes to David Villa. Unfamiliar ground. Fabregas steps over the ball. Fabregas continues to run in Anguaita. Calms his defenders down.
Lots of white shirts. Whenever they play those little 1-2s, there's 3, 4, 5 white shirts all the time around them. You can see it's decent defending. There's always a cover player to support someone else. And that's what they've done really well for me tonight.
Alves. Adriano. Alves fires it into the area. Miguel never panics. Clears the ball. Transfers the pressure to Barcelona. 20 minutes gone in the second half. Valencia still with the advantage, which is well deserved. They've outfoxed Barcelona. Villa. Thiago to Xavi. Xavi has a look. Time of the game you have to shoot yet from 25 yards. Messi loses the ball. That's brilliant by Banega. It's a great pass by Banega as well now. Soldado spins off Abidal. Pablo continues the run. Mascherano checks the run.
And there's the tactics again, Rob. Get back, defend, win it, hit them on the break. It was 2v2. Didn't make the most of it, Valencia, on that occasion. But they'll get another chance. They've done really well at 66 minutes gone, but can they keep it up for 90? That's the question I'll ask now. As Xavi Hernandez is on the ball.
Here's Xavi. Gets to Thiago. Tells Adriano to get out of his way. And the traffic is Xavi. Steadying himself is David Villa. Good cross. Ruiz did well. Covering their face as well. Mascherano comes in. Referee says no foul. Mascherano! Clipping the top of the bar. There's some chance. What a great first goal that would have been in Barcelona colours for the former Liverpool man.
Fantastic, great effort. Nicks the ball, wins it, comes forward. Soldado's looking for the free kick. It's not going to be given. Long way out, keeper's beaten. Crossbar comes to his rescue. Oh, he goes down too easy for me. His first touch is poor, Roberto Soldado, and he's looking the free kick. And that's 2 or 3 times he's trying to get free kicks off the referee when he shouldn't really be asking that question. Oh, substitution, Rob, for Valencia.
You're right, it's got it down below, and it's going to be Jonas who's coming on. Jordi Alba comes over for a sip of water, and it's the youngster Sergio Canales who's given the break. It was productive early in the game, but he's run out of a little bit of fuel as things have progressed.
Well, Jonas is quick, Brazilian, and can play up front or can play in midfield. He's going to be a fresh pair of legs, and I expect him to cause a few problems on the break.
It's been a great game, but only 5 shots actually on goal. To Xavi. Dani Alves. Alves.
I've seen Dani Alves over the halfway line too many times. Rob, the second half, have you? Return from Busquets.
Xavi to Alves. Messi's now come onto the right. Xavi looks for movement from David Villa, checked all the way by Luis Miguel. Xavi. Thiago. Messi lets it go. Triano. Lovely burst of speed from Brazil. It needs Jordi Alba behind, but covering defender excellently, Victor Ruiz.
Brilliant play, Adriano. He got the one-on-one with Jordi Alba. Surely had the pace and the strength to get past him. And again, there was a cover player, and they've taken the corner kick quickly.
Messi. And ball came off the arm of Thiago.
Certainly did. Good pressing from Miguel. He puts him under pressure. Definitely hits him in the arm. It does have an effect on the play.
Well, the trademark of Valencia when they were winning the La Liga title a decade or so ago, wasn't it? It's, that they defended so well. They had the best defence 5 out of 6 years.
Yep. Well, they had Ayala in the centre of defence. The little Argentinian who was unbelievably good, different class. He could kick and he could jump and he could play. They were very, very well organised. Cañizares was the goalkeeper. Piojo played up front, who was a flying machine, another Argentinian winger.
They've always played good defensive football. They absorb and then they counter-attack at speed. And they take their chances, which has been a trademark of the way that Valencia have played over the years. As we're into the final 20 minutes, they're going to make another change in a moment. Piatti, the tiny Argentinian, will come on. Here's a tiny Argentinian called Lionel Messi to Adriano. Back to Messi. Little from Cesc Fabregas, but Messi is making no movement, and the number 10 who is running the game is Eber Banega, not Lionel Messi tonight. Jonas. Well, Mascherano has done well. Credit to him. He has mopped up and swept up so much in the Barcelona defence.
Yeah, he's tried, he certainly has. But Rob, you know, when you see Messi playing the balls from the right-hand side in the little 1-2s, he's getting into congestion. There's 4 or 5 white shirts. He might get past 1 or 2, maybe even 3, but somebody's going to get a nick. Somebody's going to toe poke it away, and it breaks down, and that's when Valencia break. They break so effectively on the counter-attack, and they've done it tremendously well tonight.
Bit of a lunge from Dani Alves on Banega. Late to allow the change to be made. It will be Piatti who's going to come on. The player who's coming off is going to be is it Matthew? It's the number of Matthew.
There, 22, fly star.
Yeah.
There's Matthew. Far side of the pitch. It's going to take him a while to get off.
Well, he's had an excellent game. He set up both of the Valencia goals and set up an even better chance for Soldado, which he missed from a matter of yards, or should we say metres out, as we're in mainland Europe.
Not to be too unfair to him, but did Victor Valdez get a touch on it with his hand and maybe change the direction?
An introduction of Pablo Piatti, 5'4", The imp of the goblin is known as.
Unai Emery's not happy. Did he keep it in? This was very slow to put his flag up.
Oh, this is Piatti immediately getting involved. Rapping against Real Madrid. Earlier game was one of the less entertaining of the season. This is at the opposite end of the scale. Mascherano. Messi turns. Messi rise the challenge. Fabregas falls kinder to Lionel Messi. He still registers a shot of goal.
Chances have been few and far between for Lionel Messi and Cesc Fabregas.
When these sides met last year, it was an equally tight game, and the vital goal was scored in the 77th minute as a winner for Lionel Messi.
Oh,
Messi's away. Messi has beaten the defence. Can he beat the goalkeeper? Messi keeps his feet, but that is brilliant goalkeeping by Guaita, and Messi hides his head in the turf of the Mestalla Stadium.
Well, I think it's good defending as well. I think Rami gets across here. He plays him onside initially, but as he comes to get through, you can see there's a bit of contact here. He does enough to put him off balance, and that allows the goalkeeper Guaita. Rami does enough there to put him off balance, and Guaita, superb goalkeeping. I was thinking earlier, Rob, it's Messi or Cesc Fabregas you'd want one-on-one with the last defender or the goalkeeper. That's what you fancy. He just had that, and the chance is gone. Still 2-1 to Valencia.
Well, as some of the top clubs scour for a top-class centre-half, Rami and Ruiz have been wonderful signings. Rami originally signed from Lille for around €6 million last January. He was allowed to stay at Lille until they completed the double at the end of the season, and Victor Ruiz alongside him has been recruited from Napoli, where he didn't quite settle into Serie A football. Maybe they've made the difference. It's a wonderful foundation that they have in defence.
They look solid. They look really solid. They're saying, okay, you want to put crosses in, we've got a couple of big lads that can win it. That's
Messi,
the ball's
great ball, onside again. Will it be this time? Yes, it will. Barca back in it. Cesc Fabregas scores yet again. 4 goals in 4 games for Fabregas.
He's the first Barcelona player to score 4 goals in 4 consecutive games in the league. And that's a fantastic return for Cesc, and great pass. Again, somebody should have been maybe putting a bit more pressure on the man on the ball, allowed him to have that space to put the pass through. Cesc has broken the offside trap. What a great ball from Messi. If he's not scoring them, he's creating them, and he plays and he finds Cesc Fabregas. It's a wonderful goal. 2-2, 76 minutes gone. Are we going to get a winner?
I did tell you, didn't I? The vital goal was scored last year in the 77th
You were
minute.
about 20 seconds out.
This is the 77th minute.
Slightly ahead of schedule, that one.
Right, you want me to tell you what else is in the crystal ball, Jerry?
Well, I'm wondering, is there going to be a late winner?
Well, let me tell you that Barcelona's favoured scoreline in most of the games this season has been 2-2. Flagged that one up earlier. 2-2 away at Real Sociedad, 2-2 last week against AC Milan, 2-2 in the Spanish Super Cup away against Real Madrid.
Yep.
He's very rightly flagged up, but no player apparently has ever scored in his opening 4 games as a Barcelona player.
Yep, Cesc, the first one to do that. He's been a lot of history since he's arrived a couple of, well, what is it, about 6 weeks ago? Not even 2 months. Good turn here from Ever Banega, is it? No, it's not. It's Piatti.
Piatti.
Lovely turn.
Yeah, goes down. Alves pleads innocence.
No, he said I didn't kick him, not that hard. Not the biggest, not the best at set plays, Barcelona, are they?
Now then on Ruiz and Rami, both lend some muscle. Tino Costa will lash it in with the left foot. Valdez, excellent punch away. Banega blocked by Fabregas, whose head is up in the clouds, courted for so long by Barcelona, and you can see why. Oh, he's having quite a honeymoon period. Great ball. Xavi, Adriano. Messi turns. David Villa. Villa bumps into players. So I just wonder whether David Villa, he's been quiet since coming on.
Yeah,
He's still got an eye in a headline.
He's still hugging that left-hand side. He's looking to come inside his right foot most of the time. Well won by Cesc.
Adriano. Strong challenge. Referee again allowed it to go. That's been a feature of the officiating tonight. Great ball through. Fabregas looking for his second. Takes his time, waiting for support. Now Adriano. 4 defenders. Miguel. The pendulum is swinging the way of Barcelona now. They are making the chances, and it's Valencia having to dig deep mentally. Soldado. Tracked everywhere by Mascherano. Doesn't have to go to the doping room after the game. He'll be following him in there.
Just wondering, should Cesc not have taken that chance on himself? He looked as if he was clear. First touch goes forward, he's in the box, he can get a strike in, or maybe win a penalty kick. Looking to bring someone else into the game there.
Maybe if we see the replay, Jerry, do you think he's possibly just got ahead of the ball and had to just readjust his pace? He's playing his centre forward at the moment at Fabregas. Villa roaming in from the wing, past Miguel, picked up by Fabregas. Thiago at the near post. Barcelona would settle if they got a corner.
He's been a lucky talisman, says Fabregas, since he joined them.
Dinguaita calls. Looks for movement, a lot of tired bodies. It's been a...
Do you know, I think they have got tired in the last 7 or 8 minutes. They've looked physically tired. Whether the goal going in had a psychological effect on them, but they've looked a little bit laboured, and he's made his substitutions now. Here's
fantastic
Piatti.
Ball. Here is Piatti, who's beaten Dani Alves to it, and Alves had to be absolutely perfect with the tackle. Now, he came in for a bit of criticism in the first half, Dani Alves, but credit to him. That was potentially a game-saving tackle.
It was, and he had to be back to make the challenge. That's the difference. He wasn't there the previous 2 goals. Superb challenge, really was. And there's no doubt in my mind he's not pushed on at all in the second half. He's hardly went on the overlap. He supported a couple of times, but not ventured too much in the opposition half.
Soldado waits for the bits and pieces to fall his way. Banega. Little flick at the near post. Barca escape through Thiago over the head of Messi.
Is that the right ball? It should have been David Villa, shouldn't it? David Villa was free on the left. Thiago, I felt, took the wrong pass.
8 tense minutes remaining. It's 90 tense minutes as far as Unai Emery is concerned every week.
I just think any mistake could be crucial now for either side.
Fabregas. David Villa.
Well played.
Easy, wasn't it, to steal the ball back off him. Bear in mind the kind of travelling that Valencia have done this week. They went to Gijón at the weekend after a trip to Belgium in the Champions League. This weekend they've got a big one as well. They go to Sevilla. Well, they go as league leaders. Oh, you could see that challenge coming a mile off. The referee gives the advantage, which isn't taken by Jonas. Now the fans ask why a free kick wasn't given.
Well, they know you can't have it both ways. If he gives you the advantage, you've got to take full use of it. But get a little bit head up, especially when they're playing Barcelona. Here's Messi now.
Messi. He's still full of tricks and energy. Miguel checking the run of David Villa. Brilliant control from Thiago. Xavi takes his time, waits for movement. Fabregas makes one move. That takes defenders away from Adriano.
Offside.
I'm not sure that Adriano was offside there. Certainly Fabregas
Was he coming back from an offside position? I'm not sure. Right, let's have a look, see.
Yeah,
he was. He's coming back from an offside position. He's offside.
spot on.
You know, they've been good. They've been compact. They've been very good. Waita. Be happy to take this. Take his time as well. A draw keeps them at the top of the table. I'll be happy, I think, with that at least. And I think they deserve something in this game, Rob. They don't deserve to lose it.
Soldado to Banega. Oh, excellent tackle by Dani Alves. He's down up against the ropes in the first half. To blame, he could be argued for the opening 2 goals, but clearly Guardiola's had words at half-time, and it's been a much more disciplined display by the Brazilian since the break.
I agree.
Adriano to Fabregas. Rolls it to Xavi. Valencia again play a high line, but there are 8-9 defenders between Barcelona and the goal. But Messi's there. Offside.
Wow, that was tight. Rami was there as well. I think he got the block in, but that must have been really tight. Xavi's pass was threaded through the central defence partnership. Well, he's leaning offside. He's going to be half a foot offside, but it's the right decision.
Senor Velasco Caballero and his comrades have got a number of offside decisions absolutely spot on tonight.
Yep. I don't think he got the penalty one wrong, but
yep. Valencia will extend their lead at the top of the table if it stays like this. They'll move on to 10 points, a point ahead of Real Betis.
what a silly yellow card for Jonas. What is he thinking of?
He's thinking of the clock, isn't he?
There's that, and then he goes after the ball and kicks it away.
Remember, Real Betis play Thursday night against Zaragoza. If Betis win, they will take control of La Liga on their return to top-flight football. Fourth place, Sevilla. Sevilla this weekend play against Valencia. It's all beginning to take shape. Adriano. Dantes inside, drops the shoulder, makes the wrong pass. Momentum is lost.
Look at this counter-attack, Rob. This is brilliant.
This is typical Valencia, isn't it? Piatti flying into the challenge. And the referee took his time to make the decision there to give the free kick. Mascherano accepts the referee's caution. It's a long time coming.
I'm not sure he does. I think the referee was letting it go on, but does he get the ball in the man or does he get the man on the ball? Let's have a look. Well, it's dangerous, I think. That's what it is. I think it's a dangerous challenge. He's gone in strong. Studs are showing. Nada.
Guardiola sharing a joke with the officials. Good to see a smile on his face.
He's only smiling since the 76th minute, Rob, I'll tell you.
Probably he regards this as a a point won rather than 2 points lost.
Yeah, he will be the first to admit the performance of Valencia has been superb. Is there any twists in the end of the tail though?
Poor old Unai Emery, never beaten Pep Guardiola when they've gone head-to-head as coaches. Adriano, Messi in his stride. Oh, threads it through the eye of a needle. Guaita, well, with a match-tying save.
That is a match-winning save, I think. What a fantastic save. What a ball from Messi.
The danger refuses to go away. It's Adriano, head down, bearing towards goal. Right across goal, one of those that could have gone anywhere, and Miguel catches his breath. Messi keeps it in play. Messi tries to curl it in. What a finish. What a game.
3 chances, Rob, in what, 40 seconds? Unbelievable stuff. The pass to David Villa was superb, but the goalkeeper came up with an even better save. Watch this pass. Unbelievable. Picks him out. He's onside. David Villa thinks got to score. No, the goalkeeper's left hand makes the save. That is an unbelievable pass and a brilliant, brilliant save from Guaita.
Well, it's a game that's had everything. Own goals, penalties not given. Barcelona on the rack. Barcelona coming on strong, and then top draw saves from the youngster Guaita. Here's the one final sting in this tail. Banega puts Abidal on the back foot. He'll let it roll out of play. He'll let the clock run down. We're now into borrowed time.
Superb skill from Ever Banega, but the pass let him down.
Skips in from the wing to Xavi. Lionel Messi. Messi threading it through again. Wow. Almost the same combination. David Villa. Well, the flag didn't get raised because I don't think Villa had become active in the phase of play.
Oh, I think he's off.
He may have been leaning again.
I think he was off.
The flag would have gone up.
Jordi Alba's contesting. What happened?
Well, Alba has apparently been given a red card.
Well, I don't
he
know
walks the plank, he comes across to have words with the referee's assistant that has drawn something to his attention.
What has happened? Is it off the ball situation? I didn't see it.
Well, he did, and he passed on the message to Velasco Caballo.
He's off.
Alba loses his head. 4 minutes, minimum, remember, of 4 minutes has been added. It's going to seem like a lifetime now to Valencia. Messi. Fabregas. Messi continues run. Guaita hangs on to it, goes to ground. Will buy up a few valuable seconds as the Spanish director is rolling back tapes to see what happened. What caused the Jordi Alba exclusion? Fabregas gets inside, still a bundle of energy. Now it's Valencia will be happy to hold on for a 2-2 draw. Great ball at the top. Lionel Messi controls it into his path. Top class defending from Rami. And then a helping hand from Miguel. Even little Lionel Messi. He's losing his composure.
He's upset with something, Messi. I thought it was a good challenge from Rami. Let's have a look, see. There's somebody coming in from behind him. I think it's Miguel he's unhappy with. That's the challenge from behind that he wasn't happy with. It wasn't the challenge from Rami. And he has a point. Messi has a point. He's in 2 penalties, does penalties.
Banega. Abidal calls for the big boot. One final flurry from Barcelona. Messi, Thiago. On the far side was David Villa, call for the pass, but Banega coming, tracking back, making a perfect tackle, and the referee brings quite a contest to the end. The game that did have everything. Twice Valencia leading. Barcelona coming back through Pedro, and then Cesc Fabregas, 4 goals in 4 La Liga matches for him. Lionel Messi feeling hard done by. He had 2 penalty claims. One appeared to be justified. One was just that, was a claim. He continues to complain. Valencia continue to take control of La Liga. Barcelona trailing behind. So many talking points, so many incidents, but a classic game of football. It was a very open La Liga season. It finishes 2-2.